talking about on the way over here that we should probably talk about before we leave is what's happening in Iran. Like what is going on over there with? I told you there was like 14,000 plus people that they might sentence to death for protesting.
That's insane. Yeah.
And it all started out when that girl had her headscarf on improperly and she was killed.
Yeah.
And so that started riots all over the world.
Right.
And they're rioting like what is going on right now currently in Iran? Do you know about that story, Jamie?
I mean, I'm Googling and looking at, but I don't, I'm trying to find like the most up-to-date answer for that.
You're not hearing a lot about that in the news.
Yeah, it's like today I think they said 15,000 or 14,000 people are being...
An estimated 15,000 people are detained as Iran executes first rioter.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. 14,000 people fighting for basic freedoms are facing the death penalty in Iran.
They've been
mostly teens and young adults.
They've been arrested and detained.
Shit. Iran issues first death sentence over protests. Javid Rehman, special UN reporter on the situation of human rights in Iran, last week said as many as 14,000 people had been arrested.
Dude, have you seen pictures of Iran before the theocracy took over? Like, it was just like...
Yeah.
And same with Afghanistan. It's just fucking chill.
Rapper who protested over death of Masha Amini faces execution in Iran. 22-year-old Masha Amini died in custody, having been arrested by Iran's morality police. This is crazy. Iranian lawmakers demand no leniency for protesters as mass demonstrations continue. So they're trying to threaten people and kill people to quitting. They're going to execute their way out of this. It says Iran votes to execute protesters, says rebels need a hard lesson.
Ugh. Appreciate America, everyone.
Look at that. Look at the scene.
Yeah, it's bad news over there.
I wonder what happens if imagine this one girl got killed and that's what started this off. If they really do execute 14,000 people, Iran's parliament voted by a majority, 227 out of 290, to execute all protesters. Wow. The authorities emphasize that the rebels need to be taught the most hard lesson. Holy fuck, dude. It's unclear when the executions will be carried out, but the task will potentially be significant. As of Thursday, CNN reports about 14,000 people have been arrested in connection with the recent protests. On Tuesday, Carnegie Endowment fellow Karim Sadjapour said the number was nearing 15,000.
That's why it's important to have separation of church and state.
Scroll back down, please. It says in the last 8 weeks, Iran's regime has killed over 300 protesters, imprisoned nearly 15,000, and threatened to execute hundreds more. Yet Iran's women persist. Today, female university students removed their forced hijab and chant, "I am a free woman." That is real oppression, folks. That's what real oppression looks like.
Well, we got our problems here, too. There is a wage gap of 25 cents or something.
Look at this, man. This is wild. And they're wearing masks. Do you think they're wearing masks to hide their identity, or do you think they're afraid of COVID?
I think they're hiding their identity.
Yeah, because think about what they're doing. I mean, they're going up against. I mean, they have to be brave as fuck. They're going up against possible real death. Wow. This is wild.
Makes you appreciate America, man.
This is scary shit, man. That's scary shit. That is really scary. It's hard for people to believe that could happen here. It really is. It's hard for people, but you have to realize that's happening somewhere in the world in 2022. While we're enjoying lattes from Starbucks and fucking Netflix, in other parts of the world, you have to dress a specific way or you will be killed. Like that is happening in a modern country with the internet.
Yep.
They have cell phones, they have cars, and they're killing people for dressing incorrectly. And then they're going to kill the protesters.
Yeah. It's horrible, and those girls have a lot of courage, and all those people who are protesting have a lot of courage. And
that's real courage.
Yeah, that's
right?
real courage, man. That's the real deal.
Real consequences.
Yes.
And that, I think, when we talk about what Yeonmi Park said and what we see what's going on in Iran, that should give everybody perspective. It's not to say that we're perfect over here, but the burn it all down thing that people want to do, these kids, burn capitalism to the ground. Like, listen, that result will be far more horrendous than anything you could possibly imagine. If you just upturned the entire government and the military and everything that's controlling the country, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen if you take over and have a distribution of wealth and take the money away from all the rich people and give it to all the poor people? Who's going to run this? How do you think that's going to go? How long before you're getting branded above your pussy? Is it 50 years? How many years?
A couple months.
Someone's going to take over, folks,
Yeah.
and they're going to do it for your own good.